What's up, internet? It's Coach Crouton here. Nice. We got be going over some surf etiquette. Super important while you're out there. That was a fail, but once again, it's Coach Crouton. Today's class is going over surf etiquette to keep you safe, having fun in the water, and so that you don't piss off other surfers. So the first one is going to be, what do you do when you're paddling out and someone's coming down the line and you're about to get in their way? So here we have a beautiful right-hander. There's a guy dropping in right here. He's obviously going to go right. But there's a problem. You're paddling out. Let's make a little red mark here. And as he's dropping in, you're right in his line or her line. So what most of you guys are doing that I'm experiencing when I'm surfing out here is you're paddling to the shoulder. And this is incorrect, because you're going to go more in the surfer's line and you might have a collision. So what you actually got to do is kind of self-sacrifice yourself. You need to paddle to the whitewater. Even though that's going to be worse from you, you're going to have the whitewater crash on you, and the wave's going to be more powerful back there, but it's going to keep you out of harm's way, and you're not going to collide with this person, and you'll have a way better experience. The second one, this one's super common, but I feel like there's some misunderstandings on this one, so we're gonna dive into it a little deeper. Once again, we have a wave here breaking to the right, and in the red, we have two surfers, 1 and 2. So let's put 1, 2. In this case, surfer number 1 has priority for this wave, because surfer number 1 is closest to the breaking point of the wave, and it's a right. If surfer number 1 drops in and goes right, as they should, and surfer number 2 drops in also, we might have a collision right here or just a full-on burn. And we don't want to do that. So don't be surfer number 2. The common misunderstanding that I noticed with this one, because I'm surfing in a lineup full of intermediate surfers, is if I'm dropping in here and this person's paddling and they don't look and this wave happens to be barreling, once they decide to pull back, they create what's called a snowball. A snowball is when they collapse the section. If I'm inside the barrel and they snowball it, it's going to clamp the section down on me and it's going to ruin my wave. So better, if you're surfer number 2, to just not go, have a look, notice that this guy's going and paddling, and just don't even paddle, because it's just going to create that snowball effect and it's going to ruin the wave. So that's the common misunderstanding, and we're here to fix it. So tip number 3, this one I'm experiencing all the time, and it's pretty frustrating. And I think the main issue here is that when people are learning how to surf, teachers aren't teaching these things. So it's really important that you guys watch this video. If you could follow, like, and subscribe, I'll be doing more content like this. So this one is what I just think is just super pesty, okay? So we're in a lineup here. We have, let's say we have 4 surfers, 5 surfers or so. And this guy, he's at the top of the point. So when the wave comes right here, he's probably going to take it, or her, okay? So this person catches the wave, they have a nice right down the line, and what they do, which you shouldn't do, but happens all the time, is they're really excited about their wave, so they paddle right back out and go right back to the top of the point, and maybe they do it again. They catch another wave. Maybe this person happens to surf better than the other people, so they're like, you know what, I could just keep doing this all day. They catch another wave, paddle right back out to the top, and catch another wave. This is called back paddling. So you catch a wave, you paddle around the back, you catch another wave, you paddle around the back. Super annoying, horrible etiquette. Please don't do this. What you should do, if you are that person, You're the furthest out. Here's the peak. You're closest to the peak. It's your turn to go. You catch that wave. You get a nice ride. When you paddle back out, just take your time. Don't be super aggressive. And just come sit right down at the bottom. Let the other surfers filter through. Maybe they catch a wave. Maybe they miss it. And when it's your turn again, feel free to go again. But if you're doing number 3, you're basically skipping the line, and you keep skipping the line. So there's kind of just a rule of thumb out in the water that this is bad. It's not good etiquette. And if you correct yourself, you'll get just as many waves. You'll create a nice environment in the water, and you might even make some friends. So 4. This is actually another form of back paddling. So this surfer right here, surfer number 1, that red X, and surfer number 2. In this case, surfer number 1 is closest to the breaking point of the wave. They have the right of way. Although surfer number 2 is a little further out, even though they're further on the shoulder. Maybe surfer number 1's a little bit of a slower paddler, a little less experienced surfer, and surfer number 2 swoops behind their back, positions themselves further out and deeper on the peak, and swoops under surfer number 1. That is a serious form of back paddling, and it's really pesty, not a good thing to do in the water. To fix it, just let surfer number 1 take the wave. Maybe you go a little further out, reposition yourself, and get ready for the second wave of the set. Then, both surfers are stoked. They both get nice rides down the line, come back out, high-five each other, share this. Okay, so the 5th and final tip for the video. This one's a little bit more of a rarity, but pretty common in beach break situations. So here, we have an A-frame peak. We have 2 surfers on the peak. So this one's more about communication. Surfer number 1 is on this side of the peak. Surfer number 2 is on that side of the peak. In this case, maybe it's like surfing lower trestles or a beach break like out here in Guatemala. Communication is key. You go, hey bro, let's split this one. Or you go left, I go right. Great scenario, because this surfer can ride to the left and this surfer can ride to the right. What you don't want to do in this situation, and it's just a little bit of an a-hole move, is like if surfer number 2 sees this peak, but maybe he's a goofy foot, he really wants to go left, he's going to cancel off surfer number 1 from going left, and then he's going to be sitting back out there alone. And it's an A-frame peak. It's perfect for sharing. So communication is key. Always split the peak if you have a nice A-frame coming to you with someone on your side. Even if it's about going backside, it's way better etiquette. We're going to finish up the video there. Thanks for following, liking, subscribing. Coach Crouton on Instagram, and I appreciate it. We'll keep these coming.